Yes. So we have Sanjay ji with us. Namaste bhaiya.
Namaste, bhaiya. Yeah. Am I audible, sir?
Ji. Yes,
Uh,
yes bhaiya.
Nowadays, yeah. Nowadays, what happens? The reactions are uh, reducing uh, when we are right understanding about these steps two in the steps two, and I feel that myself and uh, other selves are a little bit same, so that we are trying to uh, whatever the samskars are there, so they are not the dominating, but whatever the right understanding about whatever the proposal or whatever the things are there, they are important nowadays. Previously, it was often that the samskars are dominating. So these are the changes now I am finding out. I'm working on whatever the proposals and all these are there. So this is the changes I observe now. Whatever knowing or
Nice
assuming and
bhaiya.
all these things. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
These are
you
the some
continue bhaiya.
changes are, yeah. These are the some changes nowadays I am finding out. And the reactions are reducing. These are the some changes I am
Ji.
finding out. Yeah.
So nice bhaiya. है ना? So with awareness, I can evaluate my sanskar. है ना? And this process is helping us to evaluate my sanskar. So at one level, now these sanskars are resolved. That's why I am feeling relaxed inside. But we need to be ready because more sanskar may come in future that are lying deep down. So this is a process of exploration. So few sanskar we are able to evaluate. That's why our reaction is going down. Our response is increasing. But with time, more sanskar will come that are lying deep down in my consciousness. So in
Mhm.
this process, sometimes we may feel that now I am resolved. Sometimes it may appear that something is not happening. You may feel unrelaxed. So this is the process, Bhaiya. So this at present
Okay.
time you are feeling relaxed. That is very nice. But for future we need to be ready. More sanskar are yet to come, and we have to face it, and
Mhm.
we have to work on it. That we should be
When
ready.
we start for the larger order or participation on larger orders, so then there may be a issue may comes like uh, last time you discussed that the eating the veg food and non-veg foods and all these are there. So when we thought about that, then in that cases, then this will be a becomes something different. But for the small cases or small proposals, so then myself and yourself are the same. Our thoughts are same. Are like these are the some little problems are there. They can get resolved immediately nowadays. So this is the changes to observe in my cases or most of the cases. And thank you, sir.
Yes. So thoughts may vary. My thoughts may be different than your thoughts at particular time. But important is, am I stable in feelings? You know?
Mm,
So some people may contradict your thoughts, but for ourselves, what is important? For ourselves, important is, will I continue feeling of relationship or will I get influenced from others? So if I continue feeling of relationship, then this variation of thoughts can be handled. So this feeling we can decide every moment. है ना? Thoughts may vary. So my thoughts, my wife's
okay.
thought, children thoughts, office colleagues thoughts, they may vary time to time. But what can I ensure within myself is feeling. So if I have a feeling of relationship all the time, then I can understand them with varying thoughts also. And with feeling of relationship, I will be complimenting them all the time. So this definiteness of feeling is important, and that we can do because it is in our hand. It is our decision. You know, what feelings do I need to continue? So
Yeah.
with feeling, I can handle all different perspectives. Yes, Bhaiya.
Yes. Nice, Bhaiya. Thank you.
Okay, Bhaiya. Namaste, Bhaiya. So we have Balji Reddy Bhaiya with us. Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaskar, Gopalji. Namaskar to all. And day before yesterday and yesterday's assignment is same. So, two of my reflections I want to share briefly. One reflection, one of my in charges asked me to submit a particular work in time, but I was unable to submit. Yesterday, day before yesterday, he asked. At the time, I did not submit. So that sound I heard, that sensation, and I decisively read the sensation and taste it, but I associate meaning with precondition. Even though mistake is there from my side, I have not accepted. Then I am influenced and I decide my feeling wrongly. I decided my feeling. I feel unhappy, and the next step, uh, what I can say, uh, with with the difference, I can see the next step. Suppose if I feel unhappy, I should react actually, but outside I responded, really I reacted because inside that reaction I can see. Then I decide to express not according to my reaction, but seeming like response. Then I responded with him, okay, sir, I am sorry because I know many works are accumulated. I am doing. My conscience says I am doing one by one, one by one. But I have not been unable to submit to him. That's why I responded outside, but inside I reacted. That is one reflection. Day before yesterday's happening, and yesterday's happening, as you give, the same thing happened with another I can say representative. Interested me one work, but I decisively read. I associated meaning to that sensation, but I'm not influenced at that level. Maybe depending upon the intensity of work, maybe I'm coming in line with natural acceptance. I don't know. I'm not that much influenced yesterday, and I decide my feeling. I can say I rightly decide my feeling because comparatively I feel more happy. So I responded, and with what can I say? Happiness with stability, I was able to do work yesterday because before that work, another important work I was doing is seeing also. That I did, and I finished by 3 o'clock, and at 3 I had my food. Even then, I was trying to continue that work, another work. So I responded, and the reaction not to that level. So that expression also looks like it is a response, but a reaction inside is there, but not that much intensity. So these two are the experiences what I faced by doing these exercises. Baya, thank you and guide me.
Right. Bhaiya. So important thing is that I am aware. है ना? I am reacting inside and trying to respond outside. This is one case. Second case is I am responding inside also, and I am, you know, naturally
Yes, Baya.
responding outside also. And in both cases, I am aware. This awareness is important. So with this awareness, I can see it doesn't matter how would I express outside. What matter is what I am feeling inside. So if inside I am uncomfortable, you know, and I am trying to change my expression outside, other person uh, may not catch it, your feeling, your thought, but I can see my feeling and thought. And as an experiencer, I will feel unhappy, even though other person is not able to sense my feeling. And once I am aware that I am feeling unhappy because of this inside reaction, then I will try to find out a way. So with this awareness, I try to find out a way to sort this inner reaction. So this awareness is important. And many people have inside reaction, but they ignore it. They are not aware of it. But with this process of morning exercise, at least we are aware of it. When I have inner reaction, when I have outside reaction. So this awareness will help us. Right, Priya? So
Thank
with this awareness, we are trying to find out a way. And one process is with us. So it is very interesting that other person may not be knowing what is happening inside you. But as an experiencer, we feel happiness and unhappiness of my state of being. Right, Priya?
Yes, Baya. Really, Baya. Thank you very much, Baya. Namaskar.
Yes. Namaste, Priya. So we have Avilashi with us. Namaste, Priya.
जी भैया नमस्ते भैया I have a question. Yeah, like yesterday I felt something. I want your comment on it. Like भैया sometimes I feel like when somebody is shouting, so I was not able to see any negative feeling within me, but I could see some sensations in my body which are associated with horrifying things. Like I get goosebumps, or my heartbeat it gets faster. So भैया means what's the reason behind it? I don't understand that. I could see it very clearly at certain level. I was not able to see like that I am having the feeling of opposition. I was able to see that feeling of relationship is there. Via what's the reason that my body was not responding in that way as per my reaction? Please, Bhaiya, tell me.
Yeah, unconsciously, something is happening.
Okay.
So at surface level, it is you are not able to catch it, but
Mm-hmm.
unconsciously it is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So unconsciously, I am feeling hurt, and
Okay.
that is impacting my body.
Okay.
So for that, we need to be aware of my this imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And many times we settle things through logics, but
जी
unconsciously I feel hurt.
जी जी जी
Suppose someone is shouting.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe at surface level, I may convince myself that his
Mm.
intention is right.
Correct.
It is a matter of his competence.
Mm-hmm.
But at subconscious level, I am feeling hurt.
Mm.
So it may happen.
Mm-hmm.
So there are sanskar deep down in us that
Mm.
are active now,
Mm.
and its impact is being seen on my body.
जी
Right. So this is the cause of this impact of on the body.
Mm.
So instead of convincing ourselves logically, now we need to be aware of my sanskar,
Mm.
and we need to evaluate our sanskar, whether they are aligned with relationship or not.
Mm.
So this exercise one helped us to evaluate our sanskar, to be in a state of pure observer.
Mm.
So I need to be aware of all the sanskar all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And many people do this. Suppose you and wife have a small fight, for example, and some
Mm-hmm.
guests come.
Mm-hmm.
So guest cannot sense what is happening between you,
Correct. जी
but both of us are suffering unconsciously, subconsciously.
Mm. जी जी
As soon as guest goes, we start again.
we we resume the fight.
Yes. So yes, unconsciously, many sanskars are working, and let them come out, and be aware. Right? Yeah.
But yeah, like I guess in this particular context, you are completely correct that we settle the things logically. Not like this, just like one day I was driving the car and suddenly the space was very congested. I was not able to take out my car from there. So I was trying to go upward and suddenly backside somebody came and did hit my car. It happened like this. Okay. So that time too uh, means I started feeling like this. Means I feel I don't know why, but I feel like I am some sort of timid kind of person. Maybe it's my old sanskar. Timid means like little darpo kind of person. I feel like
Mm.
this. Means my heart beats and my I get goosebumps very fast. In very small things I get.
No, you need to be evaluate at what basis we are
Mm-hmm.
saying this. So generally, I am not reacting like other people. That's why I am thinking myself as timid person. But it
Mm-hmm.
is my strength. Situation is worse outside, and I am standing with stability inside. So
Mm-hmm.
this is my strength,
जी जी
you know. And we need to encourage this state of being, that this is
Mm-hmm.
my strength.
जी
And
जी
with this strength, with this stability, I will talk that person.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not characteristic of timid person. This is a characteristic of internally stable person.
Means it's not just about people we are like even a pigeon has come in my house, okay, and it's not getting a way to go out. Even in this as well, I feel like this. In that there is no feeling of hurt or there is no feeling of. In that case, I don't understand that. Means I see the reaction in my body, means sensation in my body very fast. That is something that, and because we feel that if there is inner reaction, then only sensations take place. So I say many times I see sensations take place without any inner reaction. So I don't understand the reason behind it.
Reaction means it may be positive, it may be negative, not
जी
only
जी
negative.
अच्छा okay okay Okay.
So reaction can be both side. So suppose you have seen this pigeon, maybe you are excited to see it, and that
Mm-hmm.
excitement may cause this fast heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
So reaction doesn't mean only negative, it may be positive only
Okay. Okay.
also. So whenever we see for example, whenever we see our old uh, time friend,
Mm-hmm.
suddenly we get positively excited,
Yes, yes, yes.
and this
Correct.
excitement again will impact your body. Your
Mm-hmm.
heartbeat will get fast. uh,
Mm-hmm.
this kind of thing. So reaction may be positive, reaction may be negative.
Okay. Okay, भैया.
So if I am
I
over
will work.
evaluating something, it will impact your
जी,
body. If I am under evaluating something, it will also impact your body.
जी.
With the right evaluation, I can be comfortable inside and body can be
Mm,
comfortable by itself.
mm.
है ना?
Correct, correct.
So reaction can be both sides.
Okay, okay, भैया. Thank you, भैया. Thank you. I will work upon it. And if I face any problem, I will surely tell you.
So I need to get rid of those sanskar that are being affected by others. है ना?
Yes,
So
भैया.
problem at the level of my sanskar. So generally people try to get rid of those people whose behavior is not good. But it is a matter
Yes,
of my sanskar,
yes, भैया.
right? So I am getting influenced because of my sanskar only. So I have those kind of sanskar. Sans- those kind of sanskar means I my sanskars are not aligned with relationship. है ना? That's why I am not able to see others with the feeling of relationship. I am not able to accept the other with his present state of being, and I
Yes,
get influenced.
yes, भैया.
So why people are doing this?
Yes,
Because
भैया.
it is a matter of consciousness, and each consciousness is bounded with its sanskar. So due to sanskar, he or she is doing like this, cunningness, crudeness, etc. But we
Yes,
need to evaluate my sanskar. What would be the basis of my sanskar? My decision, my thoughts will be based on his behavior, or my feeling, my thoughts will be based on relationship, harmony and coexistence. This we need to be asked. This we need to be aware. है ना?
yes, भैया.
And with this feeling of relationship, I can understand him also, and I can stop him also. That this is right, whatever you are saying, but this person you are saying doesn't seem good. I can express myself, but while expressing myself, I will have feeling of relationship. This feeling of relationship, I can ensure,
Yes, भैया.
right, Didi?
Yes, भैया. But that is in the process, not in fully in expression yet. That is in the process.
Yes, Didi. So that is in the process that, and it will also take time.
Yeah, भैया.
But
Certain things
what we need
totally
to
different.
be take care of, that we should not react on the reaction. Suppose I have inner reaction for someone,
Yes,
है ना? This inner reaction has happened due to my sanskar.
yes,
Now I don't need to do another reaction, that we learned in exercise 1. So somehow if I have reaction inside, now I
yes,
don't need to react again. I need to see that reaction as it is.
yes.
But
Yeah, sir.
generally what we do, we add on something in this reaction. So
Yes, भैया.
suppose you have a feeling of opposition,
Yes,
then you will start remembering one person, then second person will come into your picture, then third person will come into your picture. And
Yes.
all these things are fuel for your sanskar.
Yes, yes.
They will
When it,
accelerate your sanskars intensity.
yes, Bhaiya.
So that I need to be aware. Rest thing will happen with the process.
Yes,
What I need to be take only that I am not providing more fuel to my sanskar. This I need to be take care.
yes, Bhaiya. And at that opposition,
You know.
when that opposition is going
Otherwise,
on,
it will dominate your imagination.
yes, Bhaiya, it happens sometimes.
Suppose you have a feeling of opposition. You know. Now you ask yourself, is this feeling of opposition is naturally acceptable to me or not? Not for this person, for any person. So whenever you ask this question, is it naturally acceptable to me? Add two words more. You ask yourself, acceptable to me for any person. So when you add this any person, then you will feel more relaxed. But if you ask,
Yes,
is this feeling of opposition is naturally acceptable to this person, then it will be difficult to handle.
yes,
है ना?
yes.
So don't
It,
bring a specific person or event in this process. Keep it
oh,
generalized. So you can come out you know, soon from this state.
okay, Bhaiya. And at the when that opposition is going on, it happens. If certain thing happen, something happens at the level of kids, then the reaction, that inner reaction, get reflected outside. It happens, Bhaiya.
Whatever you
So
have inside will reflect outside.
yes, Bhaiya. Okay,
So
Bhaiya. I will.
it's okay, Didi. It is reflect out. The important is I am aware now that something is reflected outside because it was inside. I am aware. Now I need to handle this inside. And
Yes.
how do I handle inside? I will keep observation. I will observe myself. Adding fuel means have you understood this adding fuel?
Yes, Bhaiya, your voice is breaking.
Hello. Okay.
To
Just a minute. A minute. Now it is okay.
yes, Bhaiya, this sentence I heard completely. Yeah, this time it is okay.
No. Just a minute. I will. Is it okay, Didi?
Yes, Bhaiya, it is okay now.
Okay. Okay. So what I was trying to communicate that whenever I have a feeling of opposition or reaction inside,
Yes, Bhaiya.
so if you see the process, what will happen uh, when this sanskar comes out, sanskar of reaction, this sanskar will search of fuel. Fuel means it will search of those people for whom you have a feeling of opposition.
Yes,
So as this opposition comes, you will start thinking of 10 other peoples for whom you have a feeling of opposition. So what we need to do it, as you are aware that I have a reaction inside,
Yes.
then you ask yourself, is this feeling naturally acceptable to me for any human being? So you put this words for any human being or for anyone.
Okay.
When you say for anyone, then other pictures, other people will not come into your picture in your mind. Otherwise, if you try to remind one person, you know, with whom you did not have a good time, and once this person will come into your mind and there is a reaction inside you, and in combination of both, your feeling of opposition will increase exponentially and it will disturb your sanskar. So to handle this reaction inside, the easy way is you ask yourself, is it naturally acceptable to me for any human being? Positively, you can say feeling of relationship is naturally acceptable to for every human being. So this every human being is very important.
But yeah, logically the answer comes at that time. The answer comes logically. Uh, at that time, the events and the whatever happens that dominate the imagination.
It means that time uh, you fail to observe yourself. You
Yeah.
start thinking logically. You start uh, settling your thoughts. So instead of making observation of yourself, you start giving logic to yourself. That's why practically we are not able to do this.
Yeah.
And why it is happening? Because we have sanskar to reflect, to reply outside immediately. So as something happens, immediately my sanskar is to reflect outside. So take a pause and observe yourself what is happening. Then you give reply after some time. But first
Yes,
thing is I need to observe myself.
yes, Priya.
Right? Didi?
Yes, Priya.
Okay, practice this. Didi.
Okay, wait. Thank you so much, Priya. I will observe again and I will practice it if certain situation comes again. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Priya.
Okay. So it's 6:10. So let's take 10-minute observation. Then I will come back to Virendra Kumarji and Purvi Didi. So during these 10 minutes, we are observing interaction between me and the body. So after 10 minutes, we will take reflection from Purviji and Virendraji. Okay. So let's come back. Okay. Purvi Didi.
हाँ yes.
Yes,
Am I
Bhaiya.
audible?
Yes, Bhaiya. Yes.
हाँ हाँ भैया just now there was one question related to behavior and work. So I also face sometimes that problem that when I'm doing some work and I'm busy concentrating on that, and suddenly something happens and I get disturbed, or when I get a phone call or some visitor comes. So initially I used to get irritated, got angry, but now there is one technique that helps in overcoming this. First answer you have already given, that is, if we know the feelings, so when we are mindful of our feelings inside, then behavior is the manifestation of those inward feelings. So those feelings have to be of affection. Secondly, we need to remember the distinction between behavior and work, that behavior is related to human beings and work is related to rest of the nature or work. Sometimes it happens that we are giving more priority to physical facility as compared to relationship. So if our uh, say right understanding is giving more priority to relationship rather than the work, then even when we are busy and somebody comes, then we give more priority to living beings or behavior or a relationship rather than work. And it also happens because sometimes when we are mm, not aware of the say relationship of our work, because we are doing work for our boss. Sometimes when we are evaluating say answer books of students, so do we have that feeling of affection with the person for whom we are working? Otherwise we take the work as burden, and if we take the work as burden, then we are not enjoying and we have feeling of irritation which manifests when there is some external trigger. So if our feelings are correct and feelings are right, then that will not have any problem, because when we treat somebody as disturbance, it happens because I am aware of one reality, but I am not aware of the other reality. So reality is inside as well as outside, because we are living at all the four levels simultaneously: self, family, society, and nature. So when we are aware of this full reality, then this problem can be overcome. That's my sharing. Thank you.
Yes, Bhaiya. So two things I want to put from my side. Number one, uh, things are not happening immediately, automatically. है ना? So as we discussed in step 5, suppose I am busy in some office work. Suddenly a phone call comes. Now this phone, sound of phone create sensation in my body. This sound has some effect on my body and it creates some sensation. It is happening at the level of body. Now in my sanskar, in my imagination, I have kept this thing in priority. What thing? Whenever there is a phone from office, I have to attend it. This I have kept in my priority. That's why I decisively attend that phone.
Hmm.
So it is at my priority at the level of my imagination. That's why I handle it immediately. I respond this call immediately. So it is
Yes.
happen because I have taken this kind of things at priority. This is one part. Second part is, as you said, feeling of affection. that I was discussing with Didi, that we need to have feeling of affection with whom we are working, or we need with every human being.
Yes, that affection should be for everybody, so that ultimately it gets reflected as, say, love.
Feeling of trust for
And
everyone.
and what I have found is, Bhaiya, sometimes we set our own ringtones, or say for our phone calls or for our clock. And for example, I have a clock alarm going off every half an hour, 1 hour, because I want to be constantly aware of my schedule and my busy work schedule. So it is our own ringtone. I have set my own ringtone for, say, for phone calls, for clocks, so that ringtone should be pleasant. Otherwise, if that ringtone itself is irritating, then we take it as disturbance, because it is I who have set my phone call, ringtone. It is I who have set my clock ringtone. So if that ringtone is pleasant, then I may not treat it as a disturbance, and I may take it positively when some phone call comes or clock alarm goes off. That's what I have observed.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes, Bhaiya. So I have set my ringtone, I have set my sanskar, and also ringtone on the basis of my sanskar, my assumptions.
Hmm.
So whenever there is outside things matches with my sanskar, I feel pleasant inside.
Hmm.
Whenever it doesn't match, I feel unpleasant inside. So that is right, Bhaiya. So this is one part. But what I was trying to say regarding this feeling of affection is, so we need to ask ourselves what is naturally acceptable to us. Feeling of affection with few people, with people whom we are working with, or people who are our family member, or feeling of affection is naturally acceptable for all human beings.
Hmm.
This we need to ask. Right.
Yes, while
Generally,
cooking
we
also.
precondition ourselves.
Mhm. Yes.
And what preconditioning is, in office, we should have a feeling of relationship.
Hmm.
In office, for those who are working under me, we should have a feeling
Hmm.
of relationship with them.
Hmm.
Then what for rest?
Yeah.
Right? And it will create disturbance.
Hmm.
So this natural acceptance is naturally acceptable for all of us.
Hmm.
So feeling of trust. So feeling of trust will be naturally acceptable for all human beings. But we generally try to set it with few people.
Hmm.
That creates a problem. Then
Yes,
decision
that is
for
the
the
main problem. Yes. We are aware of one reality while we are not aware of another reality, and that's why we take it as a disturbance. That is the problem.
believe easily. Why it is happening? Because we are preconditioned that these
Hmm.
people I can trust, these people I cannot trust.
Hmm.
So this preconditioning, create disturbance in me.
And while cooking also, if say housewife has say feeling that I'm cooking it for my family and there is feeling of affection, then she enjoys the work. If she doesn't have that feeling of affection, then she might treat it as a burden. That is what happens with the work, because due to lack of feeling of relationship or affection.
Right. So if we have feeling of affection for everyone, and we will enjoy cooking this food for anyone. If we have a feeling of affection for few people, then for rest of people it will appear me as a burden.
Hmm.
So that's a matter of our feeling, Bhaiya.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, Bhaiya.
Thank you.
Okay, namaste, Bhaiya. So it's time for Hindi session. So Ami Paraji and Arti Mohanty Bhaiya with us. So we can continue tomorrow with Bhaiya. But this time it is time for Hindi session. Now I request to Sunil Bhaiya to start Hindi session. Namaste Bhaiya.